Good morning, Rabbi Sai. Leilo nishmat imi Merosi was Mordechai, live from Chicago. Yishkoyach Hever for putting this together. It's a whole atmosphere. I guess it's my birthday today. I didn't know it was my birthday until Shimi Leafman from Manchester sent me a voice note. So Yishkoyach Reb Shimi. I guess he's supposed to give brachas.
Shimmy sent this from
Be'emes? I did not say Shimi Leafman because I knew that he sent something. It says Shimi Be'emes. Wow, what is this?
It's from the States up.
Okay, we're gonna wait until he opens it up. The whole matz of it. What is that?
Here's some of them.
Let's see. I don't know if I can. Oh, I could. It's all about the Yomi. Keep on inspiring us. Join DafYomi.com. I'm not giving these out. Each one is a unique piece. Amaritz. The mice, I can't eat any more of these. I'm done. Diet. $14.94 days straight. Oh, $14.94. He counts. I can't go through all these. All these. Rabbi Saya.
There's a few different ones here.
Hold on. What? There's more.
Some of these are duplicates.
Oh. Get over here. Happy birthday. Good morning. Oh, thanks for showing up to my birthday. Amaritz, Mazel Tov, keep inspiring us. Yishkoyach. Wow, beautiful. Okay. Rabbi said, what I wanted to show you, this really inspired me a lot. The power of the daf and different people in different situations. And over here, you see in the picture, our very own Reb Eli. The morning after Shiva on his own son is back in the Beis Midrash. It's unbelievable. Gave me chills. This is Reb Shalom Kushner. He has I was in this library actually in Brooklyn. Has a library, a small library from people, and he's doing something there, putting on a sticker, but he's with the daf. And this, I didn't look up how many dafim. Oh, available 340. I don't know. Okay, fine. Correct as 9:30 p.m. Israel time. 340 daf out of 1,400. It's unbelievable. 1,100 daf already taken. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. From Yisrael Shalitsky, hi Reb Eli. My brother Shaya made a chasana last night for his son Shloimi, also MDY. You can see from the screenshot at 2 a.m. he sat down to learn. On the bottom, you can see it says in the picture in the right corner of both pictures, 2 a.m., 2 or 1 a.m. I put both pictures in because one, you see him actually looking at the screen. One, he was eating, and I didn't think that was appropriate. But both of them together, it shows he's eating, he's learning. It's 2 a.m. He didn't eat, he didn't learn, and then it hit me. I hate to say the same thing over and over, and chas v'shalom, I don't want it to be taken the wrong way. I was just talking to Abi yesterday about Eon. How important Eon is, especially for the younger people, and to learn how to learn. You have to learn how to learn properly. And for us Balabatim, we learn Bikiyas. And I'm not trying to put down Eon. But I was thinking to myself, who in the world sits down after a wedding at 2 o'clock in the morning to learn Eon? I don't think there's such a thing. I really don't. I'm not putting down Eon. I'm just saying the leilo of Bikiyas, the leilo of Daf Yomi, the consistency. Here's a man who worked really hard that day, marrying off his kid and running and schlepping and pictures, and you know what it means to make a chasana. And to sit after the whole chasana of dancing, and the last thing in the world you want to do is learn. He opens up a Gemara and learns. That's the koyach of Daf Yomi. That's why I think it's very important for us Balabatim. Anyway, wishing you a hearty happy birthday till 180 plus with the Kizun Nachas and Kol Tov, finishing Shas many, many more times. Amen. Maybe some Yerushalmi too. All the best. Everybody sticks in. Maybe Shtikl Chavetz Chaim, maybe Mishnah Berurah, maybe Chumash, maybe a second shir, maybe a Eon shir. Yerushalmi. I made this myself. Reb Eli Daffer since Brachas Jack Warman. It's MDY digital. I don't know exactly. Is it on his head? I didn't get exactly what it is. Fine. A few months ago, I switched jobs, and now I work at New York Hebrew Free Burial Society. I really need a paraduma based on yesterday's daf. In any case, I've been learning on my commuter trade every morning. This morning, my train broke down while I was studying. I finished learning yesterday's daf with you while we were working on the issue. They were working on the issue with plenty of time left in today's longer commute. I decided to go on a spreadsheet and learn another daf chazara while literally chugging along on this ride. You turned the frustrating morning into one filled with Torah learning. Thank you for pushing me to learn and grow. B'ezrat Hashem, I'll get another chazara done on my ride home today. Tiskul mitzvahs, your Talmud, Ephraim Reese, somewhere on the New Jersey Transit line. Shkoyach, that's another thing. People learning in all different places. Rabbi said the Masechta is sponsored for the unity of Am Yisrael. Perkei to the Regel, which we are finishing tomorrow and moving on to the famous Hamaniach. For Naftali Ben Channa was a skiing accident almost 2 years ago and is paralyzed from his waist down. Reb Chaim said that we should learn Perkei to the Regel for him. Parnas Chodesh, refuah shleima for Dvora Basara, the mother of Gershon Ben Moshe. Parnas Chodesh, Hatzlocha L'zechus Yosef Mayer ben Rochel and yidden worldwide. Parnas Chodesh nishmat Chaneh bar Elimelech. Parnas Chodesh nishmat Mendel ben Pinchas. Parnas Chodesh. There's more stuff coming. I see. What's going on over there? Parnas Chodesh Zechraya ben Moshe. Parnas Chodesh Zechraya ben Yosef. Parnas Hayoim. I don't know if I can do this. What is this? Oh no. Okay, I'll just keep on going. I'm gonna pretend I don't know what you're doing. Parnas Hayoim, Joe and Galia Berry, for the yahrzeit of my father Yisrael Ben Yosef. Shom should have an aliyah. Parnas Hayoim, happy birthday, Moshe Fleischer from Lakewood, Reb Eli's WhatsApp friend. Hashtag just share it. Something like that. It's for Moshe. Givaldik. Shkoyach. Parnas Hayoim, in honor of Moiri Avi, Reb Eli Shlita's birthday. Moiri Vavi.
Me too.
Maza.
So this is from Mark Ashkenazi, Uncle Phil, Yisrael Shalitsky, and Reb Chaim.
I'm supposed to get it now when I say this? Oh, I know what it is. If I stay in America, I need a menorah thing. So they're asking me to stay in America. I can't go back there to Israel now. What should I do? My wife is making tickets now as we speak. What's this?
This is what goes inside.
Oh no. We got it. We have a shear today, Rabbi Sai. Wow. Yishkoyach. A menorah.
Because the rest of the stuff that you need for Hanukkah. It's all here.
Comes with everything.
Everything.
Hold on. Yishkoyach. Ooh. It almost closes. Thank you. Yishkoyach. We're back. In honor of Moiri Verabi, maybe it's supposed to say, Reb Eli Shlita's birthday, may he and his family be bestowed with all the brachas, Hakaras HaTov, for giving me back my portion of Torah of the Torah Kedosha. And l'zech nishmas, my namesake's yahrzeit, Heretz ben Hili Yaakov Sedowitz, was born in Yerpanovich, Lithuania. May his Neshama have an aliyah by his great nephew, Reb Chaim Levin, Yishkoyach, Reb Chaim, in the art of the month, sponsored l'schus. This has been Chai sorrowful l'schusim that come from supporting Limud HaTorah. Yishkoyach, Zalman. This is not stam. Let me explain. Yatir Force is a very expensive bottle, but this is not stam expensive. This was bought in 2009, kept when? 2011, kept in his house for over. Came out of bar mitzvah in his house, and then he decided to give it to me. It's not the first time. This is the second time he did it. You don't have to. Now that you gave it to me, could I give it back? I'm not going to be here for Shabbos anyways. Put it over here. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's put it in the fine. Roisai, we have here's a shiloh. I want you to think about it nice and hard before you answer. A person digs a hole in the middle of a major thoroughfare, it could be in 13th Avenue, Devon, wherever you want, and comes a car and falls into the hole. Chayiv or Potter? Avi's father. Mamish is as good as your son. It's unbelievable. Oh. So he's saying that it's kelim in a bar, Rishus Harabim. Is as hard as it is to understand. That's the law we have. This is machlokes, but basically that's how we pass it. Okay, so we're gonna see a series of Kal v'choimers, one after another, and then we're gonna get to the Mishnah, and the Mishnah is a little bit too easy. So hopefully we don't get to the Mishnah too quickly. We're holding 3 lines from the bottom of Chof Hey Amud Beis. Usehei Shen V'Regel Chayev B'Shus Harabim Mikal v'choimer. We know, we spoke about this a lot, that Shen and Regel are potter in B'Shus Harabim. So I have a Kal v'choimer that it should be Chayev. Doesn't make sense they should be potter. What? Uma Keren Sheb'Shus HaNizek Einoim Mishalem Elechatzi Nezek. Keren in the Rishus HaNizek. So if you look at this chart, it's an interesting chart. This is an AI piece. That basically, the feathers are on the top. It looks like chocolate and vanilla ice cream, but it's feathers. And then there's rocks on the bottom. Why? Because it's a half a nizuk. It's only half. So that's what he wanted to do. Karen pays half in the Rishus HaNizek. Yeah. B'Rishus Harabim chayeves. Karen, which is weak, it only pays half compared to the Shen and Regel that pays the whole in Rishus HaNizek in the damaged property. But when it comes to Rishus Harabim, Karen pays. I don't know that Nezek Shalom is the right thing here. It pays. So Ram Chayeves, Shen V'Regel, if I would have picked up earlier on it, I would have changed it. I changed it on another one. Shen V'Regel, Sheb'Rishus HaNizek, Mishal, Nezek Shalom. So therefore, Shen V'Regel, which pays the full amount on the right side in the Rishus HaNizek. Eridin Sheb'Rishus Harabim Chayev. Yeah, it's very simple. So it comes out that you do this Kal v'choimer if Karen only pays half in Rishus HaNizek, and compared to Shen V'Regel, which pays the whole. So if Karen in Rishus Harabim is much, much worse, it pays the whole, so certainly Shen V'Regel should pay the whole in the Rishus Harabim. Omar Kro. By the way, and why don't you say Daya here? Okay, based on what we learned yesterday, you don't say Daya in this case, because it ruins all Kal v'choimer. Omar Kro.
He's not saying how much you pay.
Okay.
The Daya would be if it's not.
I hear. Omar Kro. Ubir Birthday Acher says the more you're right. You have a great Kal v'choimer, but we have a Xeris HaKosov. It's a Mefurish Pasuk that says Ubir Birthday Acher. We said this many times throughout the last 2 prokim. Ubir Birthday Acher. You don't pay Shen when it comes to Rishus Harabim. It has to be Birthday Acher. What does the Acher mean again? Not just another person's field. The person you damaged, his field. That's the only time that you pay Shen and Regel. But Rishus Harabim. Says Gemara, Midikuli Ka'amrina. Palu Ka'amrina. Oh, I didn't say the whole thing. I said only half. Bibir Birthday Acher means you pay the full amount in the Rishus HaNizek. Maybe my Kal v'choimer was that you should pay a small portion. You should pay half. Omar Kro, v'chatzu es kaspoy. Here's the pasuk. V'chiyigo yishar ish shor re'eu v'meis u'machru es hashor achai v'chatzu es kaspoy v'gam es hameis yechtu. Kaspoy shel zeh v'lo kaspoy shel acher. Okay, so we have Xeris HaKosov. It's only v'chatzu es kaspoy. There is no, only by Karen, this is a puzzle by Karen, the Chiyigoiv. You see? I highlighted the Chiyigoiv to show that we're talking about a Karen. The Chiyigoiv and the Chatzu es Kaspoy. You don't have the Chatzu es Kaspoy when it comes to Shen V'Regel. Okay, another Kal v'choimer. I'm telling you, we're on a Kal v'choimer party here. If you got one, you got them all. If you missed it, you'll have to wake up when it comes to the Mishnah, sorry, or go back and try to figure it out. But they're very simple. Now the Torah doesn't say how much you pay when you do Shen in the damaged property. We say it's the whole. Maybe it should be half. I have a Gav Choimer. Karen. I can learn from Karen. Uma Karen Rishus Rabim Chayeves. Karen and the Rishus Rabim, you're Chayev. Rishus Anizik. You see, I took it out. I made it Chayev. Rishus Anizik. Eino Mishalemes Elo Chatzi Nezek. Yet, when it comes to Karen and Rishus Anizik, you only pay half. Shem V'Regel Rishus Rabim Pturo. So certainly Shen, which is potter completely, and it is Rishus Anizik Mishal Chatzi Nezek. It shouldn't be better than Karen. If Karen pays in Rishus Rabim and it only pays half in Rishus Anizik, so Shen that doesn't pay anything in Rishus Rabim should certainly pay half in Rishus Anizik. Why does it have to pay the full amount? Omakro Yishalem. Yishalem means completely. Tashlumim ma'alyo. Below itia Karen, another one. Below itia Karen, Rishus Rabim Chayov. Karen should not be chayiv at all from a Gav Choimer. Umashen v'regel sheb'rishus hanizik nezik shalem. When it comes to shem v'regel, you pay the full amount in the nizik. Rishus Rabim p'tura, but Rishus Rabim completely potter. Karen sheb'rishus hanizik chatzi nezek, and it did Rishus Rabim p'tura. Yeah, very simple Gav Choimer. If Shen doesn't pay anything in Rishus Rabim, so Karen shouldn't either. Because Shen is much more chomer than Karen. Shen pays the full amount in Rishus Hanizuk, and Karen only pays half. So when it comes to Rishus Rabim, Karen shouldn't pay anything. Yechtzon. Ein chetzi nezik cholok. Loi b'Rishus Rabim. V'loi b'Rishus HaYachid. We have a special... Here, it says in the pasuk, and it's extra lashon. It says v'chatzu kaspoi. So why does it say v'gam samis yachtzon? Already says v'chatzu kaspoi in the same pasuk. So there's no difference in a Karen. A Karen pays half regardless of where he's at. If he pays half in Rishus Hanizik, pays half in Rishus Rabim. Am Yisrael. It's just, a lot of times it reminds me of the sugya. Like we have a question, we have a very logical reason to say that Karen shouldn't pay anything. So what's interesting is that when it comes to halachas and things like that, we don't use svaras. We use whatever it says in the pasuk. Yeah? It's like you can't come up with your own boich svaras. Oh, to me it makes sense. A lot of times I hear people saying things in halacha. Well, I don't think Hashem would be upset at me if I do this and this and that. It doesn't work like that. You don't make your own cheshbonos about what Hashem would and wouldn't. Over here also, it seems like Hashem wouldn't be upset if you paid zero in Rishus Rabim because it makes a lot of sense. Look, common sense, logic. If Shen pays nothing in Rishus Rabim, so Karen should also not. It doesn't work like that. This is the Allah. This says in the pasuk Am Yisrael. Okay. Oh, so we're going off to a nice topic over here. Segue. Same kind of idea, but a different topic. This is the topic of koifer. Koifer is not like some guy, he actually watches the shir thing, at least he used to. He had a very famous, like a podcast or something. He says, knock that koifer out. You remember that one? Knock that koifer out. I knocked that koifer out. That was his line. All the kids were running around saying it. I knocked that koifer out. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about that koifer. We're talking about the koifer when someone's ox kills a human being. You have to pay the value of the human, whatever it is, in the slave market. You pay koifer. So as the Gemara, Adam, a human being should have to pay koifer mikav choimer. Umashor she'enu chayev ba'arba dvorim chayev b'koifer. Oh, so if you look over here we have the psukim. Over here we have mefurish in the Torah. This shar is a muad. The shar was mazik 3 times, and it killed somebody. Shar yisakol v'gam b'olav yumos. Killed on the 3rd time. In other words, the shar doesn't pay koifer. You don't pay koifer if your shar killed somebody in the 1st time. If he killed somebody 3 times, on the 3rd time you pay koifer. There is no koifer on the tam, only on a muad. Okay, koifer is on a muad. As the pasuk Lamed says, "Im koifer yushas olav v'nosam pidyon nafsho." It seems like a kapara. Okay, so I don't want this now. Where's that thing? Here. So here's the mazik guy. So here's the Kaf HaChaim. Oh, let me go back. Arba dvarim is when a person damages another human being, he has to pay 5 things: nezek, tsar, ripui, sheves boishes. Damage. So anyway, we're talking about the damage. So that's why we're going to take the damages out. We're talking about in addition to the damages, to pay pain, medical bills, lost income, and humiliation. Okay. So if a bull kills somebody, you pay damages, but you don't pay humility, you don't pay all that stuff. Chayiv b'koifer, yet if a bull kills a human being, he owes the koifer adam. Shechayiv barba dvarim, human being that's chayiv in everything, and it did shechayiv b'koifer. So here's the seesaw. Reb Eli ben Shushan wrote to me that he liked the balloons, but he likes this idea better. So I did this l'chvaydai. The bull, he pays koifer, so he's chomer. So certainly the human being that has to pay the 4 things, we should add koifer to this thing. Okay, it's not 100% clear, but it's good enough. Okay, it's koifer. Person should have to pay koifer. What can I do? You're right. Logically, it makes a lot of sense. It doesn't work. This I did after Yoshi went to sleep, so that's why it's not going to be 100%. Shar should be chayiv in 4 things. Why shouldn't he pay for humility? The reverse. If a person is chayiv in 4 things, but he doesn't pay koifer, shar chayiv b'koifer. Poof. Oh, he fixed it. Can't believe it. He fixed it. No, my nezik ripui wouldn't go on an angle. You have to turn it, and I didn't know how to turn it. So I wrote to him. Let me find my phone here. I'll tell you what time it was in New York, in Israel. 5:11 p.m. Chicago. When is that?
1
Only 1:11? Okay, 1:11. So I just wrote to him, take a look at this chart. I was davening, and I Bemis didn't see that he did until now. Okay. That's early for him. I asked him to go to sleep early today. It's not good. And it did. Check this out. Here's the pasuk. Kasher also can you also like. So it says ish, a human being, and his friend. Specifically not an ox. Happens to be in those psukim over there. Should I say it later? Just say it over here. It says over there by let me just see if it's morning Gaia too. I just hope I don't forget it. Okay, I'll just try to remember later. Okay. Says the Gemara, Iboilu. Regel Shadorsa Gavitinoig B'chatzar Nizak. Sad story. Similar to like the video I showed yesterday. I told my chavrusa today about it. He didn't agree with me 100%. He wasn't sure. Where the cow was let out and ran into the street and ran over a motorcycle, sort of. They had like an accident. And I told him, L'chayra, it's Regel. And he said, no, maybe it's Karen because it's Meshuna. I said he's not Mechaven and he's not this. He agreed to that part, but okay. I'm not passing, I'm just throwing it out. I'll go upon him. Sad story. You have a cow that I even went on YouTube and I found the video and Mark asked me not to show, so I'm not showing it. But basically, it was in China, and you know that mothers are very, in the wild, they're very protective of their young. Even if they don't have the power, they'll go up against, it doesn't matter, they'll go up against a lion. So this mother came close to a cow that just gave birth, and the cow went crazy but trampled the baby. Didn't kill it, trampled the baby. So here it says, it was in chatzar nizuk. Well, not really the same story because the cow went in to the damaged party's property and killed a baby. Mamish killed a baby. Mao. Maush the shalom koifer. Here you have an animal. So we said already the halacha. The halacha is that if an animal kills a human being, you have to put that animal to death. So there's no question that the cow has to be put to death, and there's no kamle b'derabimene on the cow. The cow is not actually paying; it's the owner paying. Fine. Miaminon. So what's the question? Miaminon midid hava keren. So this is, by the way, why is it in Rishus HaNizak? Why is it in Rishus HaNizak, Rabbi Yisai? Think quickly. Because the only way to pay regal is Rishus HaNizak. If it was not Rishus HaNizak, it wouldn't work. Okay, so that's Rishus HaNizak. So, but the question is, what do we? So this is similar to what my chavrusa was saying today. We have a shaila here. Midid hava keren kivin the avid trey utlosa zimnei urchihu mishal koifer. Do we say that just like Karen, you have to do something 3 times? You have to be a muad. Only a muad pays koifer, right? Rabbi Yisai, only a muad. The Torah says it's mufurish pasuk that you have to be muad 3 times and then you pay koifer. So to regel also has to be 3 times. What's the other tzad? Regel never doesn't have a muad. Regel is automatic. The first time they do damage, they pay the full amount. Oh, you did Karen. Okay, but on the flip side, don't compare anything to Karen because Karen, the meaning of Karen means there's intent to damage, and regel means just moving leisurely to its leisure. Is not trying to damage. Tashma, I'll prove it to you. A person brings in his own animal into another house. We can understand dogs. He brings a dog, a pit bull, into his friend's house. The pit bull attacks the owner of the house, and the owner dies. What's the halacha? Hashar b'skila, the animal must die. Uba'alav bein tam bein muad mishalom koifer shalim. Divrei Reb Tarfon. So this is a cheshbon. We have to pay attention over here, boys. What the Gemara is going to try to do here is try to understand, based on Reb Tarfon, whether or not regel pays koifer. Again, that a Karen pays koifer, that's a pasuk in the Torah. That a ox goes like this and gores or tramples a human being on purpose or bites a human being on purpose, whatever he does. He lays with his body, he squats on a human being, he sits down on the human being to kill him because he's upset, she's trying to protect her baby, whatever it is. Koifer. But what if an animal is just walking normally down the street or in the chatzar of the nizik and kills the baby? Koifer or no koifer?
It's 2 things. It's koifer shalom, and it's also nezik is chatzi nezik and dam and moed is only in shusarab.
Correct, but we're talking about regel. Regel is only in Rishus HaNizak, and regel only pays the full amount. Now we're going to see this is another sheet in half a koifer, not half a koifer. Hold on. So here we go. Wait. Says the Gemara, koifer shalim. Now here's the proof. Very, very deep stuff, Rabbi. It's gishmaki stuff. By the way, Baba Kama is in a whole. It's a different type of learning. I don't know. I enjoy it a lot. Koifer shalim betam l'Reb Tarfon minoli. How does Reb Tarfon know this idea that you pay the full amount of koifer in the chatzar nizak? La mishum the sover like Reb Yosef Mayer. He must hold like Reb Yosef Mayer. Do'amar tam mishalim chatzi koifer b'shus harab. Or Reb Tarfon has to hold like Reb Yosef Mayer that holds that tam pays only a half a koifer in b'shus harab. U'maislo mikav chomer meregel. It must be that there's a kavachomer from regel, and that's how the Gemara is going to end up at the end. And this is proof that regel pays koifer, because otherwise, how did Reb Tarfon know it? Reb Tarfon had to know it from a kavachomer made from regel that regel pays half a koifer, and Mendel, that's our raya that regel pays koifer. He made an assumption. The assumption must be right. The way Reb Tarfon knows this is from something that he knows, and we're gonna use that as a raya that regel pays koifer. I'll make a koifer b'regel. So let's see if we could find this here on a sheet. Okay, so it goes like this. There's no koifer for shen in Rosh Hashanah, but there's koifer for shen, the full koifer in Rosh Hashanah. Oh, this is the Kav HaChomer. Shen that doesn't have any koifer in Rosh Hashanah has koifer in Rosh Hashanah. So certainly Karen that has half in Rosh Hashanah certainly should have the full amount of koifer in Rosh Hashanah. But wait a minute. You saw what you just did here? You said you used in your Kav HaChomer, look at the sheet. You see that there's koifer shalom for shen in Rosh Hashanah. What's Reb Tarvin's Kav HaChomer? Tarvin's Kav HaChomer is if shen has 0 in Rosh Hashanah, but pays the full amount of koifer in Rosh Hashanah, so certainly Karen should also pay the full amount of koifer in Rosh Hashanah. Oh, I got you. That means that there's koifer in Rosh Hashanah. Otherwise, this is Kav HaChomer. So Kav HaChomer starts. So the Gemara says, "Oh, you think you got me? I'll make a koifer." So the Gemara says, "Omar Rav Shimi ben Arda, Tanim is in the regel ma'isila." No, let's hear. Look at this chart for a second. Let's see what happens here. It's not. Oh, no. Sorry. Here, I did this chart, so any problems is me. I just took his charts and threw in some words. His Kav HaChomer all the way on the right, bottom right, it says koifer shalom. So you see that Shen has koifer shalom based on Reb Tarvin's Kav HaChomer. He says, no, take that word koifer out. Nezik shalom. That's the Kav HaChomer. If Shen is potter in Rosh Hashanah, but Shen is chayiv in Rosh Hashanah, so certainly Karen, which is chayiv a half a koifer in Rosh Hashanah, certainly should pay a full koifer in Rosh Hashanah. Does anybody understand the Kav HaChomer? It's a little bit of a stretch. Why? Because we're bringing a raya from nezek to koifer. What's the connection?
It's also even.
Hold on a second. Let's repeat.
What about payments?
They're very different. Payments. I want to tell you a payment that this is knas and this is nezek. The different types of payments. Yeah.
The nezek is not going to pay.
Hold on. What's the Kav HaChomer? Shen in Rosh Hashanah pays 0, but Karen pays half. So Shen that pays in Rosh Hashanah, not koifer, regular nezek, he pays nezek shalom. So certainly Karen should pay in Rosh Hashanah koifer shalom because in Rosh Hashanah he pays half a koifer. Shen doesn't pay anything for hezek, but Karen pays half a koifer. And in Rosh Hashanah, Shem pays the whole amount, not koifer. So certainly Karen should pay the full koifer. But the Gemara is going to say it's not a good Kav HaChomer. That's what the Gemara is going to say. Fine. What? Forget dayo here. No dayos. There are no dayos. You know why? Tell me why there's no dayo. When don't we say a dayo? When it slugs up the Kav HaChomer. When it ruins all Kav HaChomer, you don't say dayo. So forget dayo now. It's not even in the discussion here. But it's good. I see you're paying attention, taking notes. No, I'm saying it's his first mistake. They finished. So he's holding. He's coming. He's with the program. Oh, sorry. Oh, so the Gemara says, but that's not good. How could I? What kind of Kav HaChomer is this? I'll tell you. Malin is in the regel. So it doesn't mean you have to. It's also hard words here. Nizak in the regel. It's not nizak in the regel. It's nezek. You're talking about the nezek of regel. It's perfect words, actually. It's very good words. Because you think about it, the whole Kav HaChomer is based on the fact that Shen doesn't pay any nezek in Rosh Hashanah and pays half and full nezek in Rosh Hashanah, in Rosh Hashanah. So Karen that pays half a koifer should certainly pay full koifer. But what's the connection? You know, koifer and nezek are very different. That's what you're saying, that they're the same. It's a type of tashlum. Now the Gemara is saying it's not the same type of tashlum. Why? Very good. Because one has fire. When a person lights a fire, it's a type of a damage which you have to pay, and that doesn't apply to koifer. If a person dies through a fire, you don't pay. So you see that the damages are different than koifer. So the Gemara, no, betamam. Just want to remind the Olam what tamam means. Here's tamam, but let me see if here. This is tamam. Tamam means that when something's hidden. So now, even though regel is potter in Rishus Rabim, but regel is chayiv betamam. In Rishus Hanizuk, how much? The full amount. So the Kavachar will be, therefore, Keren in Rishus Rabim, according to Reb Eli, you pay half. So certainly, Rishus Hanizuk, you should pay Nezik Shalom. Says the Gemara, what's the case of Tam and Bar? The Rashi, we spoke about this Rashi. If you take a goat, you put it in a sack, so it's covered, you throw it into the bar, you're chayev. Says Gemara, mi kalim. Kalim is regel that crushed this kli. Yechayev. Says Gemara, malakalim sheyeshnu be'esh, but kalim yechayev in fire. Says Gemara, no, mikalim tmunim. That what? That a person, that a regel crushed the kli that was hidden. Malakalim tmunim sheyeshnu ba'adam. At the end of the day, we're trying to learn kaifer here, right? But malikalim tmunim sheyeshnu ba'adam. A kli that's buried, yechayev, a person's chayev, but there's no kaifer by a person. In other words, when a person kills a person, there is no kaifer. There is a chiyuv when a person damages kalim that are tamah. Akopan the Gemara says the bottom line is so we have to go back to this case. We're going back all the way to the original Kavachaimer that we had. Okay? But what? How does Reb Tarfon know that you pay the full koifer in the Rishus HaNizuk? He learns it from Shen. That Shen pays full koifer in Rishus HaNizuk, so too Karen pays full koifer Rishus HaNizuk. Okay? Forget the whole Kavachaimer, but there's a Kavachaimer here. He's learning from Shen. Don't fall asleep on me. We're almost by the Mishnah. Mamish, 2 lines away, yeah? Again, it's Givaldic stuff. Don't fall asleep. Nobody's sleeping here. Reb Tarfon, how does he know you pay full koifer? When you're Karen, he learns it from Shen. That you pay full koifer. So now let's go back to the original question. If an animal crushed a baby to death in somebody's apartment, does he pay koifer? The answer is yes. How do I know? Because Reb Tarfon says specifically that Shen has koifer. So you see, Shen and Regel have koifer. So you see Regel has koifer. Fine. Shema mino. Only Rachmi Div Ravino, and I'll prove it to you. The koifer beregel. That he learns it from here. These are like koifer beregel, because if not, the Tanim is zoking the regel maisi law. You wanted to say for a second that the Kavachaimer was really from regular Nezek in Rishus HaNizuk, not from Koifer Rishus HaNizuk. Metanim is in the regular Maisi law. Lifroich, so then ask the obvious question that I was talking about before. Malin is in the regular Shkiyashim Beregel. What do you bring me a raya from Koifer to Nizakin? Nizakin of Regel, the Chayiv and Regel. But you're not chayiv in koifer. What's chayiv? There's no what connection is koifer after regel? Koifer the regel ma'isila. His whole kavachaimer was this one, trying to learn keren that you pay koifer from regel that you pay koifer. And from there I could learn out a very strong raya that if an animal kills a person through walking, not through damaging, just walking regular, called regel. Chayv kaifer, whatever the value of the baby is, the human being, whatever, however we shots it up, that's how much they have to pay. Shmamina. Rabbi say, just one quick thing, because we're learning the psukim before about the different chiyuvim of. Let me see. Hold on 1 second here. Yeah, okay. No, not Nagia to now. Nagia over here. Says the Heilige Mishnah. Rabbi side today, believe it or not, is the yard side of Rabbeinu HaKadosh. Rebbe, the author of the Mishnah. The Sham should have an aliyah, and the Mishnah is sponsored by Moshe Cohen, L'Schos, Limud Torah and Parnasa, Shkoyach. The famous Mishnah, Adam Muad Lo'ilam. A human being is always considered a muad, bein shoygig, bein mezid, whether it was intentional or not intentional, bein er, bein yashon, whether he was awake or sleeping. So here we go. Don't forget this beautiful thing that, here we go. I guess I pushed it too early. You ruined the alarm clock. And that guy is sitting in a funny position, not even on a chair.
It's a business.
I don't know if I'm scared to push another button because I might skip the whole thing. Oh, yeah, I skipped the whole thing. So let's see. Okay, you guys got the idea, no? I'll let it run its course by itself. Okay, that's that. Chaim knew it's past 10 o'clock. Simas Einai. Okay, his glasses went flying.
Was that for you, the 10 o'clock?
That was made, I think, before. Maybe it was a shtach to me. When I was in Cheder, the Rebbe said a very famous line. In Hasidic Yiddish, you say mid. You say udam mid leilo. Mid. So the Rebbe said that mid also in Yiddish means to be tired. He said, Adam mid leilo. A person is always tired by an ayr, ben yushin, whether he's sleeping or up. He's always tired. Always needs a nap. Okay. Adam mid leilo. A person is always guilty and he has to pay the full amount, whether he's up or sleeping. There's an interesting choice. There's a ma'isa shkamat haya that an Arab was sitting there on the side of the road and he was selling everything in his field for peanuts, 10 cents on the dollar. A guy comes by, why are you selling it for 10 cents on the dollar? I have a big back problem. I can't really, if you could cut the stuff yourself, all ma'isa. Turns out that the Arab sold him a field that wasn't his. So, l'chayra, adam muad lo'ilam. Person is chayav. I didn't know. The Arab told me. Says the Ktsois, no. Adam muad lo'ilam is a taina by nizokin, not by gneva. And over here, the guy stole the field. And stealing, the Torah doesn't say that you're chayav lo'ilam, you're muad lo'ilam. Maybe there is the concept of you're a shaykik. I didn't know. Somebody fooled me into stealing. Make such an afkamino. Okay. Another thing that's very interesting, and it was a ma'aseh shahaya on Tafshin Samach Ches on Yom Ha'atzmaut when they did a aerial show. So one of the guys had an accident, I think, or something happened where the parachute didn't open. So people got damaged. So the question is, Adamud Lailam. But there's something called Einish Ba'Einis, the biggest Einis in the world. Nobody jumps out of a plane thinking, "Oh, I'm going to land on somebody's head." He's positive that he's going to survive the jump. So there's an Einish Ba'Einis, and they want to tie it that in such a case, not really chayav. Says the Gemara, there's two cases here: blinding somebody and breaking the alarm clock. Just by alarm clock, the kelim. Obviously, you're not paying the alarm clock for embarrassment and for lost labor. So too, when a person blinds his friend when he's sleeping, he's potter from the Arba Dvarim. Turning of the Daf is sponsored by Hanan Arubach. Nishmas, leilo nishmas ben Yomen Meir ben Zev David. my holy nephew, the son of Robert and Jen Early, and nishmat Binyamin Meir ben Zev David. How do you know that if you damage somebody b'shoigig, you're chayev? Amar Chizkiyo, v'chein toned bei Chizkiyo, Amar Kro, petza tachas potza. See the pasuk? Shever tachas shever, ayin tachas ayin, shen tachas shen. This is a famous pasuk. Ayin tachas ayin. An eye for an eye. Every guy, eye for an eye. So then why do you need this pasuk? Petza tachas potza. Rashi explains. The whole pasuk is extra. It already says you have to pay an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Doesn't mean literally, right? But what's petza tachas potza? Injury for injury. L'chayvoi al shoyik emezid. Must be 9:15. Oh no, not yet. L'chayvoi al shoyik emezid. We'll be done by 9:15. What are you kidding me? This is easy daf, easy on. So you chayev whether or not, even if you're shoyik, you're sleeping. You chayev. V'aloyin is karotzen, willingly or forcefully. You chayev. Says Gemara, what are you talking about? I'm a in a place that there's damage. How do you know they have to pay tsar? Pain also. So you see, because all the words are extra, I learned from all different words, different halachas. Real quickly, a nice vart. It says, Rappa Yirappe over there, right? By the Petza Tachas, Rappa Yirappe. That what? That a Rishus Nitain, L'roife L'rappe. This is a pasuk that says that a doctor can heal. What's the having in a doctor can't heal? Oh, you hear what he's saying? Akash Baruch Hu what? So? Akash Baruch Hu wanted this person to have a broken bone. What are you messing in Akash Baruch Hu's business? He wanted that person to have a fever. So who said you should give him a Tylenol? He wants him to be sick. So the question is, but it wasn't Akash Baruch Hu. It was a person. A person went and gave him a zetz. The whole Rappa Yirappe is in a pasuk where somebody else damaged him. And the answer is, that is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When somebody gives you a zetz, that's Hashem. He sent a shliach and he's not a nice guy and whatever. But he is Hashem. He's doing Hashem's rots. And that's why people on a high level, they don't care. When this guy does it, this guy spits at him, it's garnished. It's Hashem saying it. Okay, Omar Rabbo. He's not doing Hashem's rots. Hashem sent a shliach. When the Nazi Yamach Shemoy killed the Yid, he's not doing Hashem's rotzen, but Hashem wanted the Yid to die. And that's it. Hashem wanted that guy to get a boo-boo. Yeah, a guy is sleeping in the Daf Yomi shir, so the guy next to him puts a bunch of cookies on his head, and when he wakes up, he goes like this, and it goes flying and it damages something. What's the halacha? He didn't know there's a stone in his lap, and he stood up. So the Gemara said, and Rabbi said this, we repeat this 5 times, however many times, and it's very, very easy. Le'inyan is zaken chayev. When it comes that you damage because of that something, you're chayev. Why? We just said shoygeg, you're chayev. Le'inyan arba dvarim, but to pay nezik tsar ribu sheves boishes, you don't have to. Why? Because you're not amazed. Those things is when you do it deliberately. Lein Shabbos. What about Hilchas Shabbos? Meleches machsheves as Torah. The Torah said it has to be a melacha that you had intent, and over here you didn't have intent. So if the rock that was in your lap went flying 4 amas from Rosh Hashanah to Rosh Hashanah, you're potter. That's not a melacha. That's not a meleches machsheves. You had intent. Lein Galos. If the rock hit somebody in the head, and the guy got killed, potter. Like the guy that walks into gets on a train, New York, like this. So his friend said, "Well, what happened to you?" Well, hey, where's the watermelon? Like he didn't chop. Like he thought he's holding a watermelon for the last 10 minutes. This guy also. I'm asking a question. How does a guy kill somebody with a stone so heavy that could kill somebody? He doesn't even know it's on his lap. Okay, whatever. It's possible. Says the Gemara. Le'inyan eved. But what about if the stone knocks out your slave's eye? And you know that a slave goes out if you knock out his tooth or the Sanya. If the master was a doctor, we had this Gemara, Rabbi said, not in this Masechta. the Eved plays a game with him. He says, put some makeup in my eye. And it caused him to be blind. The master was a dentist. He says, do me a favor, give me a filling. And his tooth falls out. He tricked the master. Yeah, there's a famous medrash. I said already, in Sechta Soifrim, that Eliezer Eved Avram was really Oig Melech HaBashan. When Avram yelled at him, his tooth fell out, and Avram made it into bed. Okay. That's what you were saying. It has to have intent. So it's a machlokes. So now the Gemara is going to go through the same thing over and over, different steps. The first one was he had no idea that the stone was put on his lap. This one is hikirba. He put the stone on his lap. Ushchacha. He forgot about it. Now that's a higher level of knowledge. And he stood up and it fell. Lian is zaken chayiv. Of course, he's chayiv for a hezek because it's no worse than he's for sure shaygig and he's chayiv. Lian arba'ad varim. It wasn't intentionally. So meila patur. Lian galos. And to go to goals because you killed somebody by mistake, chayiv damakro bishgago mechlal dahavle yediyah. He knew about it. Dahavle yediyah. The Torah says you have to know about it. You had to know about it at a certain time, and he knew. Lian Shabbos potter. Why you potter? Because it's not amlechas machshavas. Lian eved. And when it comes to slave, the same thing as I said before. It's going to repeat itself over and over. Okay, so that's a machlokes whether or not you have to have kavanah. Niskav and lizroik shtayim is arik arba. Very interesting. The guy didn't realize he ate spinach that morning, and he tried to throw a stone 2 amos. But he has such a strong arm, it went 4 amos. And 4 amos, that's only to get to now Shabbos, because in the Shabbos, if it goes 4 amos or less. 4 amos, you're chayiv. So Lian, where are we? Lian is Zokum chayiv, shoygig chayiv. Lian Arba Dvarim Potter, because it's not amazing. Lian Shabbos, Shabbos being on. You need to think about it. Okay, Baba Kama brings me back to the jokes from Cheder and Bnei Brak. This guy was a tourist. He went to Yerushalayim. He saw a bunch of stones on the guy's merpeset. He says, "What are these stones?" He says, "Oh, if a car drives by on Shabbos, I'm going to stone him." And then he goes. He happens to be in Bnei Brak, and he goes to the guy's house, and he sees these massive boulders. He says, "What's that?" He says, "Oh, if a car drives by on Shabbos, I throw it on the car." He says, "Yeah, but in Yerushalayim they will throw." No, we're makbid on Shir Chazanish. Okay, fine. It's all jokes from Bnei Brak. We got to pull them out from Baba Kama. Miyid and this. Okay. Zog the Gemara Shabbos. Oh, where are we? Melech is machshavas being leaning galus. Ashalei tzada. Over here, he didn't have aim. Omar Achmana. Pratlin skam lizrik shtayim bezorak arba. That you have to be mechaven. When it comes to killing, you have to aim well. And aiming well doesn't only mean I aimed to the right and went to the left and killed somebody, but also I aimed 2 amma and I went 4 amma, you're not chayiv. Okay, whether or not you have to have intended. Now, person intended to throw 4 ammas, which is already his chayiv on Shabbos, l'chayra, and it went even further, went double the amount, shmoina. Right? So Arba Amis Be'erech is 8 feet approximately, and Shmoyna is 16. Li'in is Zakim Chayev, again, because he had Kavana, and it's for sure a Shoygig, maybe even worse. Li'in Arba Dvarim Potter, because it's not intentional. Li'in Shabbos Bo'omer Kol Makom Shetitz T'Nuachin, because in Shabbos, if he says specifically, I don't care where it lands, as long as it lands over there, and it went 4 amas, okay, so he's Iver, because it went 4 amas. Eloi, but if he doesn't say it shall land because I specifically wanted to go over there and went over here, I'm not chayiv. Lein galos actually tzada prat niskam lizrik arba bezorak shmoina. There's another joke from Cheder. These are all shvacha jokes, but we got to take them out of the system. There was a misnagid that threw a large stone on the Rebbe, and the Rebbe said to this Hasidim, "I don't want you to do any nekama," because what happened was, a lot of Masnagdim threw on me very small pieces, but all the pieces wanted to be on the head of the tzaddik. So they got together. Okay, shkoyach. Okay. Zog the Gemara. Now this Rabbi, so we all know. Omar Rabba, Zora Kli Miroy Shagag. We have to show the video again. Sorry. Oy vey. You can tell he didn't watch the Shir Nafid Zayin. Ay ay ay. Omar Rabba, Zora Kli Miroy Shagag. Voyu Tachtav Kormak Sauces. Oh, sorry. Zora Kli Miroy Shagag. Uboachar Shvar Memakil. Potter. Why? Because once you throw the kli off the roof, then Mona Tvira Tovar. He broke a broken kli. The moment it comes off the roof, it's broken. The fact that the guy with the bat hit it is nothing. My time I'm Mona Tvira Tovar. Vomarab. Now listen to this. This is amazing halacha. It's going to make you think a little bit. Zara kli merosh gag. He threw a vessel off the roof. There's a trampoline on the bottom. Was going to catch, go, it's fine, we're done. It was going to catch the kli and it wasn't going to break. He himself moved it. Potter. You know what's going on here? It's unbelievable. It fell off the roof and there was a trampoline, so it wasn't going to break. So when he threw it off, he threw something off that's not going to break. Then he himself removed the trampoline. It's not his kli. He should be chayiv. He removed the trampoline. He's potter because he's only a goyrim. He took away. He's one step removed. He didn't. He's how do you say goyrim? He was indirect. It was indirect damage. Indirect. Ma'aseh Shaya, I don't know if you guys are watching the news. Ma'aseh Shaya last week in Gaza, where one of the buildings was on fire, and there was 3 terrorists on top. And some chaylim came with like a blanket, and they told the guys jump. So one of the guys jumped, and as he jumped, the chaylim moved away, splat like a pancake. Second guy came, he says jump, same thing, they move away. So the third guy said, "What do you think? I'm stupid? I saw what you did to my friends. The only way I'm going to jump," he says, "if you put the blanket down and you back up 20 feet." So they did, and he jumped, and he was flat like a pancake. Okay, Ma'aseh Shaya, you didn't see this? No. Okay, I didn't think so. My time, the Shadye, Pasuke Mafsike. All my jokes. These are all from Bnei Brak, these jokes. My time, the Shadye, Pasuke Paske Gire. Because when he threw the bowl, the dish, the kli off the roof, it wasn't going to break. The fact that you took this thing away, all you did is indirect damage. That's a grama and your potter, Rabboisai. Have a wonderful day. We'll say Tehillim. Let's say Kapitel Kufman Beis. Everybody together. Hold on. Maskil David, Bioisoi, Vamaros, Philo. Koili Eladino Yezo, Koili Eladino Yezchanon, Shpoich Lefanov Sichi, Sorosi Lefanov Agid. Misatef Olai Ruchi, Vatoyodat, Nesivosi, Boyav Zualech, Tom Nufachli, Habeit Yomin Rei, Veini Makir, Batmanos Mimeni, Ein Deresh, Lenafshi, Zoakti, Lecho Adino Yomarti Adom Achsi, Chalki, Beret Zachayim, Hakshiva Rinosi, Kidaloi, Simeoi, Datzileni, Miroid Vag, Yom, Tzumimeni, Oitziom Mazger Nafshi, Loi Doise Shemecho, Yachtir Tzadikim, Kisigmor, Loloi, Achein, Kobeis Israel, Anasunim Bitsoro, Uvashivyo, Im Debem Bayom, Ubem Bayabosho, Hamogim Rachem Aleim, Vitzim Tzor, Levocho, Meafel, Iro, Mishiv Lugulo, Hashto, Bagalov, Isman, Koriv, Venuim Aromei. Shkoyach, everybody for the birthday party. Yishkoyach for the stuff. Should we give out some cookies?